some peanut butter and jelly jars.
I saw something. It was on Reddit about a kindergarten teacher, and she's like, I don't know what to do. This kid's parent gave him for lunch a coconut, literally just a coconut that needs to be cracked.
Oh my
How do I
God.
do it?
Talk about a troll parent.
Or a bad parent.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Ha ha, jinx.
As you can see, as we left off, Donovan is crying his eyes out with his little icon. Because you murdered his baby, even though his baby was already dead. Paren, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I had to disconnect and connect again.
Yeah. Hear anything back from Jason?
Nope. I think go on without him.
That's what we will do. Oh man, we're just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, where we left off, Enos is yelling at the despondent father Donovich because you blew up his baby.
Yeah, he just was kind of pressuring him. What are you gonna do? It's pretty soon after his son's second death, but what are you gonna do?
He's doing what he's gonna do. He's on his knees crying.
He's gonna stand there and cry, or are you gonna muster up some cojones?
Yeah, he's completely not responding to anything. Let's see. All right.
I want to have the other two, the sister and the brother, come out.
Yeah, they were holding him back during the fray, but since it's over, pretty much he's there, and they've kind of come out. We'll say they're around here, and yeah, they're like, well, that was unfortunate but necessary.
Hey, you guys both have the power of invisibility? Because I didn't see you once in that fucking fight.
You chose to fight that thing, and we kept him from interfering.
Wow, okay.
What you looking for in the basement?
Just looking around.
Right.
Most likely empty, but
Yeah,
there's nothing down there that I find.
There's a basement. There's yeah, you can see that it's hard to see because it's a basement. And that's really about it. There's no poop, no pee, maybe scratches in the wall, but you don't know. You didn't see a damn thing with your amazing roll. You know what? I'm going to give you advantage. You still don't see anything.
That's mean.
That is mean. I'm a jerk. Here, you go down and look, and yeah, there's nothing. It's just an old dirt basement. The only thing you notice outside of what Memnon didn't see was the back of the door is all scratched up. Like this thing was trying to get out before he got out. Well, you guys came into his home.
You know what? Actually, you said there was a lock on that chain, right?
There was till I believe Lex broke it with her tools.
Yep.
I thought she just busted the door. Never mind.
Yeah, I busted the door. I'm not sure if I broke the lock.
Yeah, you would have had to really break the lock to get any play out of the door of the chain. The lock itself was the weakest of the three, so that's what broke. But I mean, if you wanted to look at it, you can just see it's just a regular lock. No, there's nothing fancy about it.
No, that's fine. It would have just been a free lock.
I mean, it worked well enough till pry bar time. Silverbice is going to kind of wipe off the front of her shield and put her sword away. Excuse me.
Have you gotten zero sleep?
No, I've gotten some sleep, but it's weird. I'll be fine. I'm trying not to sound tired, but I can't help it. I'm just always tired. Um, so Ismark and Reno, they were like, well, now that our father is buried, we can go if you guys are done with whatever you're doing.
Well, I think we should sit up, shouldn't we? Everyone has everything they require.
Is there anywhere around here that I can buy more arrows? I'm getting disturbingly low.
There is in town. There is a place. Let's see. 1 second. Let me put you guys back on the main town map, not just the church. Let me pull that up real quick. But there is a place. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Something mercantile. Oh yeah, Bildrath's mercantile, which is basically in the center of town.
Yeah, he labeled it.
I think that is Enos would think that's a great idea and would like to go along.
I think it is wise to at least get a couple of things before we head out on such a long journey.
Agreed.
Yeah, Memnon wouldn't go there alone, so it's either the whole party or nothing.
I mean, I think at the very least, Kiri would go if you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the whole party's coming.
All right, that's fine. Give me 1 sec.
Memnon does not like this town.
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes this town.
We've got a bigger mission now, Memnon. We tell this mercantile what we're here for, what our mission is, and they should hand over whatever we need for our journey.
Memnon snorts.
So if we explain ourselves, I'm sure that they'll give it over. They hate Strahd.
Oh yes, of course. Of course. You should totally go and explain our situation. I'm right behind you.
I will. You pick stuff out, and I'll talk to him.
All right, so you guys, you leave the Donovich crying on the front of his church with what's left of his son just everywhere. You guys head into town. You get to right in front of it, and I want everyone to give me just a general perception.
Perception.
Yep.
Jeez, I can't even roll above my passive perception. That's so horrible.
Oh, straight down the line today.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? It makes sense Kiri would notice this. Kiri, you notice, like, you kind of look back in the direction of the house that you burnt down the day before, and it's there.
I pointed out to the group and I'm like, I'm not going back there.
That just means we can burn it down multiple times.
I'm fine with that.
No, let's not go back there.
We still need to identify and appraise those little thingies we took. This dagger isn't anything special. Not that I know anyways.
You would, Lex, you would hear that Mary woman's back at it, or she hasn't stopped crying. Pretty much this whole time you've been here, she's still crying.
How badly do I want to avoid this plot hook?
It's up to you. Either way, you can think about it when you're in the store. A sparse light from this building spills out from beyond the heavy drawn curtain. The sign over the door creaking, hinges reading "Bildreth's Mercantile."
You know what? I'll buy it. While they're buying stuff, I'll go investigate the crime lady.
Okay, crying lady is coming from here. So is anyone going with? You know what? Yeah, I can hear you. Oh man, Discord is hating Paren again.
Yeah, what's up with that? It's weird.
The last thing I heard you say was you were sure this guy was going to give you everything for free.
Yeah, I think that is the last thing I said. So I heard some other stuff being said.
Kiri noticed that the house that you guys were here originally is no longer burnt down. It's back at its glory. Lex is going to go check out Mary or whatever her name is. They called her. You know what? To make it easier, Lex, just in case, Silverpike will go with you.
I turn towards the others and I say, "Look, all right, I'm just going to go check it out, but there's something about Mary. Never mind."
Grown.
Oh, bad hairdos.
Boo! Hey, Jason.
Hey, lab went a little late. I had a couple guys that were really struggling, so needed to.
All right. Hey, man, you do what you got to do.
It's okay. You're the only one that survived, so.
Yeah.
You have one hit point
yeah,
left, and you have to heal everybody. You have to.
Oh yeah. Excellent. That's what fighters are for.
All right. Well, then first we'll do the group going into the Mercantile first. Which it's up to you, Lex. It's up to you, Silverpike, if you're going with Lex to check out the crying woman, or if you're going to go with the rest of the group into the store.
Imnan would recommend someone does.
Does she look a peasant?
She's been basically this entire time you've been here. You've heard this sobbing coming from this house, and the last time you passed it and they talked to Ismark, he said it was Mary, and she's been crying for about a week.
What are you, walking around in a fucking cop hat?
Top hat.
No. Well, then everyone else
is a peasant.
Oh. But all right,
like
you guys.
Like a Monopoly guy here.
Yeah, Uncle Pennybags. That's his name. All right, so you walk into the store. The first thing you see is an older gentleman. You know what? I think there might even be a picture of him. Let's see if we can find him. But he kind of grunts at you. Well, no, he would pretty much grunt at you like, "Oh, what do you want?"
Oh, well, hello there. What's your name?
Kind of points to the thing, like there's a sign, and he goes, "I'm Bildreth."
Oh, Bildreth. Well, I'm here with my friends, and we've come into town to kill Strahd, and we're gonna need some gear for that. So, I'm sure you can help us out. We're gonna pick some things out, and we're on a mission. Free this town from this god awful curse.
He kind of looks at you like a confused dog, like a puppy, kind of like doing the head tilt thing, and he kind of laughs. And then whoever's behind you, he kind of looks at them and says, "What do you want?"
I need some arrows if you have them.
Yeah, I got arrows, and how many do you need? How many quivers do you want?
40 if you got them.
40 quivers?
Arrows. 2 quivers of arrows.
You want 2 quivers? All right, that's fine. That'll be 20 gold.
Well, no, that I think you misunderstood me. We're on a mission from Hor.
Um,
There's like a
he's kind of, he looks at you, and then he looks at Memnon again and goes, so do you want him or not?
Memnon's eyes bulge. 20 gold, you
Yeah, the
say?
10 gold each.
Surely you jest.
Oh no, there's nothing funny. I don't know if you've been outside, but there's humor has no place here.
Well, that's a bit more than I'm willing to pay for arrows.
All right, well, the
Back
door's
where I come
behind you.
from, they're much cheaper.
And then he looks at, I guess, Kiri and Silver Pike behind the guy who wants free stuff and the guy who doesn't want anything. Do you guys want anything?
If that's the price for arrows, she just walks out the door.
So here's the thing that always got me about Curse of Strahd, right? And I don't want to fuck up your campaign or anything, Rob. But like, there's nothing in Curse of Strahd stopping a party from going full murder hobo.
That's true. Well, I mean,
And just like killing the store owner and looting the fucking store.
if that's what you guys want to do, I'm not going to upset me.
I mean, Memnon might be debating it. This guy's doing highway robbery. That's 9 gold pieces more than what they should cost.
If you want to, Memnon, give me a perception. You know what? I just wanted to make sure you didn't roll on that one. You notice in the he's kind of behind the counter, and you see to the left of you, the left of everyone, like he's kind of stalking the shelves, is this huge guy, and he seems, and he's like ripped. He's kind of like Hemsworth. He's rocking a leather tunic, and he seems to be working here.
Hey, I'm working here. Sorry.
But so that's something you noticed while you're thinking about murdering this guy.
Oh, there's a.
But I'll let you guys think about it. Lex, you are going towards the crying.
Yes.
All right. As you get closer, the moaning sobs they get louder, obviously, and they sound like coming from a dark 2-story townhouse.
Okay. I'll approach the townhouse.
All right. Well, you know what? I don't have to have this open anymore because they're here. You go up to there's the door, and it's kind of like halfway boarded up, but it's like the top half has been boarded up. The lower half seems to be removed recently. And you hear the sobbing coming from the second floor.
I will knock upon the door.
Actually, no. There's the second floor, but there's like you hear it coming from a room. That there's no, the door's open, and if you look in, you see what appears to be an old woman. She's kind of she's in the corner, and she seems to be clutching something to her chest.
I'll ask her, "Excuse me, madam, but why do you cry?"
Can I make out what she's holding?
Oh, did you go with Lex?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lex.
All right. Give me a perception.
It's gonna be D20 plus 1.
All right. Also, you're not here. I got you. Okay. It appears to be, at first you think it's like a bundle that may or may not have a baby in it. But as you're looking at it, it doesn't move, and then you see that it's actually a doll. And then as you notice that, she starts to respond to Lex that through broken sobs that my baby, my child, Gertrude, she's gone. My baby. Yeah.
Look what they did to Jerome.
Yeah. But yeah, no. And she's like crying about her child.
Okay. Sorry, what exactly did she say?
She's when she is talking to you, she's like, my baby Gertrude, she's gone. Yeah.
Gone where? You've been crying for. I mean, we've been hearing you for the last day or so. When did she?
She got out of the house about a week ago. She's going to die. And now it makes sense that the lower barricade has been removed.
Does it?
You know, when you came in, like you saw the front door, like the top part was barricaded, but the bottom had been recently seemed to be removed. It would make sense that someone small or young would remove the bottom once they get out of here.
Okay. How long ago did she leave? And how old is she?
One second. She's crying, and she said she left about a week ago. And you know what? I don't even think it has a fucking age for this woman. But she would say she's young. She'd say she's 16.
The girl is 16 who left, or the girl who's crying is 16.
So the woman who's crying is the mother of the 16-year-old who left. And no one has seen her since she's been gone, and she's crying because she's worried that her baby's gonna die. Because, Barovia.
I got bad news for her. Her baby's probably already dead. Unless she's still in town.
Well,
Where does she have a favorite place in
Barovian
town
seems to
she
be
likes to go?
You Barovians seem to be of a hardy stock to live in this inhospitable world.
Yeah, but like the woods around here are full of wolves, and I say this in the presence of the...
Yeah. The mother crying about her child. She'd say, no, Gertrude never left the house. It was never safe for her to leave.
Why was it never safe?
At 16, I would have left too.
Yeah.
Because the devil's out to get everyone.
At 16, I was in my third year of squirehood.
The devil Brad?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, well, can I crouch down and examine the doorway and determine if this place was broken into or broken out of?
Give me a perception or investigation, whatever you think would suit you better.
Fantastic.
Well,
Great start.
there's a barricade part on the floor, but you can't make heads or tails of it.
Look, we are leaving town, but if we find Gertrude upon the road, we will send word back.
And when you say that, she kind of gets up, like she'd been crouched down in the corner crying the entire time. She gets up, she drops the doll, and she kind of like starts like going to hug you. She's like, please, if you find my baby, send her home. It's not safe.
Okay. And I pat her awkwardly, like the most awkward of hugs. Like she's clinging way too tight.
Yeah.
And and Lex is doing the
one side hug.
one side hug and then like pivoting at the elbow padding.
Yeah, that's what your new friend looks like. Who knows why they call her Mad Mary? That whatever. But yeah, she's begging, she's pleading you to send her baby home. I mean, you didn't say that you'd send her home, you'd send word, but she's still, please send her home. It's not safe. Back at the Mercantile, is anyone care with that? You get nothing, by the way.
Are there any arrows just like sitting out, or is like everything behind a counter and closely watched?
The moment you asked for arrows, and you kind of got sticker shock at its price, and you've been sitting there, the arrows that were kind of on the counter are now behind the counter in his hands.
I'll kind of wander the store, see if I can spot any others. I'm not expecting to, but
unintentionally, Enos would run interference, would still trying to talk this guy into contributing to their noble cause, our noble cause.
All right, Memnon, give me a D20, just a straight D20, and Enos, give me a performance, I guess, because you're trying to.
Well, he's being legit. I think maybe. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Well, you give me a persuasion.
Wouldn't it be intimidation?
I'm actually. Would I be aiding him because he's depending on what he's rolling? Because I'm
Either way, he looks around and he doesn't find any more arrows. So.
All right. I'm gonna roll performance anyway. I'll see how it goes.
Or what you can do is make it so that the shopkeeper has to run disadvantage on his check.
Yeah, no. He seems completely unmoved by your goals to destroy the Devil's Truck.
Let me tell you I have lots of stories about horror and
he kind of looks at
how horror has affected my life.
Yeah, he lets you talk for like 10 seconds, and then he kind of says, "If you want it bad enough, you'll pay for it." And then he says, "Periwinkle, come over here." Oh. And that giant child-looking thing comes over, and he comes over. He's like, "Yes, Uncle," and you can see that he's not all there. He's like a giant baby Huey.
Hodor.
Yeah, he's Hodor basically, and he comes over, and he's like, "You just stay right here, Periwinkle, just in case these people get out of hand." And Periwinkle goes, "Okay, Uncle," and he completely overtly kind of reaches behind the counter and grabs a short shield and a spear, and he just stands there looking at everybody.
Hey, Perry, how you doing? You look like you like a good horror story.
I love horrors.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's only one whore.
Well, not here in this town. There's a couple of them.
Oh, we might be talking about different things, but what do you think of the big bad man, Strahd?
And when you say that, Bildrith says, "Periwinkle, you watch him. You're not here to talk to him. You're here to watch him." He's like, "Oh, okay, Uncle." And then he just goes back to looking at you, and he looks like he wants to talk, but he's not going to.
Well, you don't have to talk. Just listen and look at me. Make sure you follow what he's saying.
What are you trying to insight, just so I know?
The shopkeeper, just why he's being such an ass. If it's just general greed or something else.
It appears to be general greed.
This is what every adventuring group does before they get killed. They stock up on shit. He wants to make sure he gets paid.
I mean, when you looked around the village, you didn't notice any other like stores like this.
You know, no, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I've still got enough arrows. I'm not gonna be a part of highway robbery.
Kiri, are you doing that directly into his head?
Yes.
The moment you do that, he kind of like drops his shield and his spear, and he yells, "Get out of my brain!" And he's kind of like freaking out. And
The doll talks. Blood for the blood god?
then Bildreth kind of looks at your whole group and he says, "You know what? I've had enough of you. Get out of my store. Periwimple, get up." And Periwimple's on the ground. "Oh, get out of my brain!"
As he says this, is there any like display or like a shelf or anything that looks like I could tip over?
It's kind of like there's a shelf, like the wall to the left has like a shelving. There's like a little display thing in the middle that seems pretty heavy, and then on the other wall there's another display. Like you could try to like lift up a shelf on the wall or attempt to turn over the thing in the middle.
No, that's fine. As I walk by the nearest shelf that's closest to the door, I just sweep everything on it to the ground and walk out quickly.
You kind of get the evil eye from Bildreth. He's like, "Get out of here!" He's screaming at you. And he's like, "Periwimple, you throw him out!" And Periwimple's on the ground. "Ah, my brain!"
Well, that's a shame, you know. It's a shame you can have an uncle that's a little bit more hospitable and open to helping people out that need it, that are trying to help others.
He is, for lack of a better term, he's having a conniption fit on the ground. He's rolling around, holding his head. The moment Kiri tried to whisper it into his head, he heard a voice in his head that wasn't his. He freaked out. The performance was great. Don't get me wrong. You would if he wasn't so simple, you may have persuaded him, but you set off something in this guy. And Lex and Silverpipe, you guys, once you left Mary's house, I'm assuming you started walking back to the store.
Yeah, did Mary give any indication where her daughter might have gone? Gertruda was the daughter?
No idea. She doesn't seem to have much of her faculties either, but she seems more of gone. She's mad than simple. Apparently, everyone's
The mom's crazy and the daughter's old enough to know better.
I'm gonna roll an insight. If you want to, Lex, you can roll an insight as well.
Yeah.
Mad Mary.
Oh, 17. That's
17
not
is
bad.
well enough. You think this looks like, I mean, you've probably seen overprotective mothers before in one way or another, especially as a knight. But it appears that Mad Mary never let Gertrude out of the house ever her entire life.
Yeah.
Right.
And she had enough of it and fucked off.
And at 16, she probably got an itch that needs to be scratched.
Probably.
We're probably going to either find her dead somewhere, in a gang somewhere.
Or
Or
both.
worshiping whore.
Yeah. One of those monks in a whorehouse. Something, way of the open hand.
Just groan.
The Kung Fu grip.
New meaning to the word quivering palm.
Yeah, there you go.
Nah.
There's other dumb jokes, but I'll digress.
Yeah, when we leave Mad Mary's house, I pull Giselle aside and I just say, it's probably not going to find her. She probably doesn't want to be found in the first place.
Yes, those are wise words.
So as you two walk back towards the store where you left the rest of your party at, you see Memnon walking out in a huff, probably followed by Kiri, who I don't know what her face would be like considering she set off a special needs person trying to get a fair deal. I mean, let's be honest, this guy's prices were crazy.
Actually, you know what, Realm? Just because as I was swooping everything off the shelf, I'm just going to try to grab something random and small and pocket it.
Give me a sleight of hand. All right, give me a second.
And it's just purely out of spite, just because this
Yeah,
guy
I got
really
you.
pissed me off.
He's a dick. Oh, that's perfect. Do you want to know what you pocket?
Not yet. I won't look at
Okay.
it until we're probably out of town.
All right, that's fine. You pocket something, and I don't know if once Memnon and Kiri are outside, what are you doing, Enos?
After all that shit gets knocked over, and the simpleton is crying on the ground, he looks over at the owner and just says, I still got a couple things I might need. and he makes a little list.
When you say that, he yells, "Get it out!"
No, I need a couple bells and some fishing tackle. You got that?
Give me a persuasion at disadvantage. I got to say disadvantage.
Okay.
Wow. That is fantastic. Double natural ones. Yeah, he just screams, "Get out of my fucking store! Periwinkle, throw him out!" And Periwinkle still is on the ground, but he seems to be regaining control of the tackle. He's very slowly.
Do I see any two bells and fishing tackle? Do I see it anywhere
Give me a
around?
perception.
All right. Natural 20.
You see on the floor, part of the things that Memnon knocked over, you see a bell.
I pick up the bell and I look right at the shop owner and I said, "Well, I'll be returning this when we get back." And I just walk out.
And he's screaming, "Periwinkle, get him! Don't let him shoplift!" And Periwinkle's still on the ground.
Rum, I know I'm playing a paladin, but it's kind of like by any means necessary.
Yeah, man, you do what you do, man. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I won't hurt the simpleton,
Did you
but
take
I'll walk
an
out.
oath to uphold all the laws of the shopkeeper?
I didn't. I took an oath of vengeance, and I know what my path is, and people are
I
in the way.
I think his interpretation of the law is that I am the law.
the ends justify the means to some degree. We'll see what kind of path this guy takes over the course of the next however.
And yeah, when Lex and Silverpipe get back to all that, when Enos is walking out holding a bell, and the guy's screaming "shoplifter," that's when the Ismark and his sister are sitting there looking at you confused, and Ismark says, "Maybe we should go." And they start walking to the gate to the east. But they definitely wait on you. They're not going by themselves.
Okay.
Unless there's something else you guys want to do in town.
No, I was thinking about buying something, but never mind. Don't worry about it. It's not critical.
I mean, you didn't walk in there with them, but
He's picking up off the floor. It's probably there.
if you wanted to let them leave and walk in after them, that's something you could always try.
No, I come up as they're coming out of the house and the shop, and I just lift the most expressive single eyebrow.
Yeah, you can hear. You don't even have to roll perception. You can hear the guy screaming "shoplifter" as Enos walks out.
Okay. Perhaps it's the time we made our leave of this place. I think we've outstayed our we've outstayed our welcome when we set the house on fire, but
Was there ever really a welcome?
no, there wasn't.
And no one really seemed to give a shit that you set that house on fire, and no one really seems to give a shit that it's back up already a day later.
It's almost as if this entire town is suffering from a severe case of traumatic stress disorder.
Can I try to make a wisdom roll to see if this might be the same day repeating? Like people are walking the same paths, etc.
This is Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Give me, I guess, give me, how do I want to say, just give me a straight wisdom plus your mod. I'll check, but whatever. You can't really, it doesn't seem to be the same day. It doesn't seem to have anything repeating, but I mean, yeah, you can't even within that. It doesn't appear to be the same day. You don't see Bill Murray floating around anywhere, but you do have a cat yelling at you.
Yeah, she's been complaining a lot lately.
She must be 16-year-old and have that itch.
I mean, she's not happy until she's on somebody, so...
That's about right. So I'm assuming you guys are ready to leave the town, head towards Valaki.
I think so.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's probably what I got to do. I'm already here. You guys are not. Now you are. So you guys can control the token and move as you do.
I assume that they're gonna guide us, correct?
Well, I mean, when you leave town, there's the same road that you came in on goes the other way. But there's literally one kind of like winding, beaten path type road. It's like a mud road. It has like old cart marks in it from who knows how long ago.
I'm assuming that's the purple trail?
I guess I didn't make it purple, but somebody did. Probably Robin. Not that I mind. You guys can mark the map. This is basically it's just your map. I need everyone to roll perception as you guys are walking along the path. And I don't know if you guys are talking when you're walking, but the brother and sister, they seem to be pretty quiet.
I'm looking at the wildlife as we walk.
Okay.
I would probably try to keep everybody at least somewhat quiet, remembering those wolves that chased us.
Actually, you would see it, Memnon. First, like as you're walking, you see kind of like a weird glint in the mud, like somewhere on the path ahead of you.
I'll let everybody know, and then...
By weird glint.
Does it look like it's like something metallic, like half buried in the mud, or...
That's exactly what it looks like.
Okay, so I'll caution everybody to stay back probably about 10 feet, and then I will cautiously make my way forward and check for traps.
Yeah. You doesn't seem to have any traps. It just seems to be something fell off something and got buried in the mud.
Okay, I'll grab like a stick or something and like pry it out of the mud just to be cautious and then pick it up.
Here, use this. And I hand him a shovel.
I will do so.
1 second, I want to double check something real quick. So I rolled for this earlier and I wrote it down, but I You see, it's some sort of like lantern. It's like a regular metal lantern, but in it is a black candle.
I will scoop it up with the trenching tool and then hold out the tip of the trenching tool towards Lex with my head cocked.
Wait, whoa! It's a lantern?
Yes, a lantern with a black candle in it.
Shit, I'm not a spellcaster.
I'll try and roll it.
Yeah, I'll turn towards one of the spellcasters and I'll say, "This looks weird. Is it safe?"
There seems to be some sort of like weird enchantment on it, Silver, but you're not sure what it is.
You know what? Hell with it. I'll pick it up off the shovel and then hand the shovel back, and then I'll walk off about 20 feet and then light the candle. Because I've almost died like 3 times already, so hell with it.
Okay, you light the candle and it produces a green flame, and it just
Green flame!
Yeah, when I read it, that's the first thing I said in my head. It just seems to burn there.
Does it look like the candle gets consumed any, or what?
How long are you watching it for?
Probably about a minute or so. Enough to see if, candle or the wax itself gets affected.
It actually doesn't seem to produce any wax at all. Like there's no melting wax on it.
Oh, that's fancy.
I'll hold my hand kind of near the flame and see if it's hot.
It is hot.
Okay, so I'll blow it out and then comment that I think this might be a magical torch that never needs fuel.
Well, that's useful. Are you sure it's just the candle, or is it part of the lantern itself?
Well, I don't know. Look at the candle. It doesn't seem to be consumed.
Yeah, the candle seems to be completely fresh, even after you lit it.
Would it break if you were to, say, take that off and stick it on a mining helmet? No, I'm kidding. Never mind.
Well, I have dark vision, so this is actually a hindrance to me. Would one of you like it?
Sure, I would have a use of such a thing.
I'll hand it over.
Right, so yeah, you have a lantern that has a black candle that has a green flame that never seems to burn out.
Now, what color was the light coming from this candle? Is it
Nope.
is it like a deep purple hue that shows up stains on people's clothes?
No, it's not a black light. It's just CSI Barovia.
Well, we could see wherever the vampire fed.
You normally see where the vamp. Oh no, I'm sure there's still some blood on the ground, just not all of it.
It looks like we're on the trail.
Motherfucker.
That was a good find, though.
No, so you find that, and you guys keep on heading on, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so. At this time, I'd pull out whatever it was that I snatched and shoved in my pocket.
You open it up, and ironically, it is a bar of soap.
I'll be like, ooh. Then I'll put it in my pack.
It was meant to be.
And I just realized that I had basically got ass raped by that broom because I bent over and picked up the soap.
Yeah, you didn't even bend over a lot, but you bent over enough.
It's all connected. Enos is going to try to be a little bit more quiet once Memnon kind of talks about it, and if he gives him any suggestions, because he's not the quiet type. He's kind of rattling around in his chainmail or whatever he's got.
Yeah, I would have tried to get everybody to be quiet as soon as pretty much we left town. He did not like those wolves.
Well, that's not going to help much because of reasons.
I just give you that puppy cockhead look.
So 1.
Oh god, you've got disadvantage.
I don't think he's the only one.
Yeah, I think chainmail gives me disadvantage. Heavy armor.
If you guys want to roll stealth, you can, but you do move at a slower pace.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother like actually stealthing unless we know there's something around.
Yeah, I was just basically trying to keep everybody from like shouting and laughing out
Yeah.
loud and
I won't be
No.
overtly loud.
All right, so you guys, you get up to like an old cobblestone bridge. It doesn't seem to have anything special there, but it's just a bridge over this river.
it's never a bridge. I check for trolls and traps.
I would like to.
Troubled
I
water?
guess dwarves don't have any actual like. No, I've got mason's tools. I would like to briefly check out the structural integrity of this bridge.
All right. Okay, Memnon. It doesn't. It appears to be a bridge. Give me insight. To do Fireforge, but at advantage because you're a dwarf. And what was your question, DeSale?
I said, is the bridge over troubled water?
Yeah, probably. It just appears to be actually a rather well-made bridge. Like, I mean, obviously it's no dwarven-made bridge. Because I mean, you could, but for humans, I mean, you've seen worse bridges.
It's falling apart. Well, it's structurally it's beat up, but it will hold us.
Yeah, it should hold you guys. Even all the like, it could even hold like a cart if you guys were in a cart. But actually, that's a question. Didn't you guys had a cart? No, you lost the cart when you guys did. You lose the cart? No, I can't remember.
I think we brought it into town with us, and it just kind of went poof.
Yeah, I guess you could have brought the cart with you then. Let me put my notes.
I think that's probably a good idea, considering that cart was actually ours.
Well, it wasn't ours, but it is now.
I mean, it was ours, right?
I thought
It was
lent to us for the mission.
It was the Lord of Daggerfall's cart.
Well, it's ours now.
Yeah, this is not even for that game.
Daggerford
The
doesn't
two
even exist
horses.
in
I
this
feel
place.
like I know one of the horses' name was Hogan. I don't remember the other one's name. I thought I wrote it down. Apparently, I didn't.
Horse Hogan.
Their names. I gave you their names. I know one of the horses' name was Hogan.
Was it the ravens' names for Odin?
No, I just picked two random ass names. Hogan and You know what? The horses' names are Hogan and Savage. One may be wearing a bandana, and the other one may be wearing a ridiculous set of sunglasses, even at night.
And he tears off his the yoke that he wears to pull the cart.
And when they neigh, it sounds a lot like brother. But yeah, so like the bridge will support the cart and the horses and everyone in it. It's just, it's nothing fancy.
Got you.
But it's
The
well
water
made.
really. Is it?
I
It's
didn't
still
hear
well made.
Yeah, it's about as good as a bridge you're going to see made by humans.
Is the water really raging here? Is it just slow?
I mean, you're with a 20, even though you weren't inciting it. You look over it, and the water, you think it's deceptively fast. Like above it, it doesn't seem like it's moving very fast. But then, like you see, like a leaf or a twig or something in the current, and it seems to be hauling ass down this river.
Are there fish visible in there, like living things, bugs? The things
You
you
don't-
normally find in a river.
You don't see any currently, not like where you're at.
Hey. Can everyone stop for a moment?
Yep.
I just need to make sure of something. Yeah?
As long as it's not too long. 'Cause remember, we got to make it to town before nightfall.
Yeah. Can everyone just like get down here onto the banks of this river and stick your hand in the river?
I do.
How far is the drop between the bank and the river?
Hold on, I lost my page when I went to go look at the trinket. 1 sec.
That's all right.
Let's see. The river outlet, it's 50 feet wide, the depth ranging from 5 to 10 feet. Targeting stone
Yeah, I'm not-
torches.
I'm not asking for anyone to go for a swim. I'm just saying
Well,
go
yeah,
stick
but
your hand in the river.
if it's a good sized drop between the bank and the top of the water, I'm not sticking my hand
It's not too bad. It's not like it's. You can step up it.
in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and dip one finger in.
Yeah, Enos would go along with it.
Okay, just making sure. You two as well.
Make sure we're not vampires.
The Ismark and Sister put their hands in, and
No one bursts into flames or
no
melts.
one burst into flames.
Is Lex doing it as well?
Yeah, she does it first.
Okay.
Okay, good to know.
Enos
This-
has no
this
idea
can-
why. No, he would know why you asked. I think he knows about religion, so.
Oh yes, no one
Just
burst
in
into
case.
flames. The hell's her name? Irina. She seems a little bit like she's not sure because she does have those 2 marks on her neck, but she does, and she doesn't burst into flames.
See, isn't that a weight off your mind?
She doesn't. There's like for a slight second, like a little bit of a relief, but then that vanishes, and she's like, "We need to continue."
Yes, you're right. But don't worry.
Yeah, so where we're going, they have shops there, and do they try to bleed people out with financially?
Ooh, that may not be the best. Lex is over your shoulder, over her shoulder, doing the hand to the neck gesture.
I mean, do they charge a lot?
Well, there's probably stores. I don't know off the top of my head what they charge.
I figured maybe they'd have some kind of weapons that will help us with these stinking vampires or whatever the hell these low lives are. Unlives.
When you mentioned that, well, I know by the pool, Sauter Pool, there's a it's a normal meeting spot for Vistani. They may have stuff for sale.
Oh, there we go. Well, let's get going.
Are these Vistani? I've never heard of them. Are they a town or a village?
They have carts. They are gypsies.
Oh, gypsy. Okay, no, I'm not stereotyping here, but like, can they be trusted? Like, I've heard of gypsies who like have a
You
very
kind of laugh and say, "You can trust them as well as you can trust gypsies. Watch your purses."
yeah. That's precisely what I was thinking.
Yeah, gypsies used to cross the border in our area. We used to hang them from trees, burn them. They'd end up stealing from our barns.
Everyone just like turns and looks at the door, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, you get caught doing something around our parts. That's what you get.
Okay, moving on.
No one else wants to touch that. I mean, we can wait.
Enos just moves on to whatever the next thing is without really thinking about it.
There's just a moment of silence and there's crickets. It's not even nighttime, but there are crickets.
Yeah, it's like this that awkward. Then the crickets start, and you start moving. It's like there's literally one cricket. He just starts playing the song, and then like everyone looks at Enos, and they hear the cricket, one single cricket. Everyone looks in the direction of the cricket. He stops, and everyone looks back at Enos, and then he discontinue.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. One sec. You guys continue. To get to the basically, you don't even have to do it. You can just get to the fork in the road.
Yeah, sure. Actually, where is the fork in the road?
It's right there. It's where the underneath. I was going to say the letter there, but you can't see it.
There's the fork. It's red.
Okay.
I think that's the fork anyway.
Oh, that's a fork, definitely.
So just to be clear, this is the gypsy camp, right? This in here.
Yeah. You give me a perception when you get to the fork in the road.
Perception.
All right. Let's see. Enos, you would notice that you're looking around this fork and you see it looks like a knocked over tree, and you're kind of like whatever, it's a stupid tree. But then you notice that in like the broken off part, there seems to be something jammed in there.
Broken off tree, and where the branch is broken off, there's something jammed inside the hole.
Yeah.
I'll look closer, but I'll poke around with my great sword a bit.
It doesn't seem to like move or anything. Like you poke it, and it just kind of looks like you're poking some sort of satchel or something.
Hey, look over here. We got somebody left a gift. Gift from Whore.
Yeah, typically, I'm not going to touch that. No, the gift from Horde joke, not the. I'll reach down and pick it up. What is it?
You open up, and it seems to be like a set of clothing for like for a male, like a regular sized man that seems to match like most of the Barovian clothes you've seen, like the drab colors.
This is going to be awkward if we come around the corner and there's some guy taking a bath in the stream.
Well,
I mean,
should've
it
kept-
did seem to be pretty. Someone attempted to hide it like pretty well to see rolled well on perception.
Well, do we really need to steal clothes? Is this a thing? I look at Manlin.
If you're not gonna take them, I will.
I sigh and hand them to him.
What happens if I fall and I rip the crotch out of my pants? I mean, we don't have anything to sew them back up, and I'm not gonna have my junk just hanging out. It's cold here.
I'm sure Carrie can help you with that. With a leaf. What are you thinking of?
Enos asks if he can smell the clothes.
Memnon gives him an odd look and says, "Well, I'm not judging."
Yeah, he sniffs around just to see if there's any odd odors to these clothes. beyond
I
like
mean,
your
they smell
normal
like.
sweat or dirt?
Give me a perception on smell. I mean, they smell like clothes that someone's worn.
All right. He hands them back over to Memnon.
And after that, you notice when you get to the fork on the road that there's a set of old wooden gallows there. There's a frayed length of rope hanging from its beam, and on the opposite side of the road is a signpost that has 3 different directions on it. To the east, the direction he came from, it says Barovia Village. To the northwest, it says Sar Pool, and to the southwest, it says Ravenloft/Valaki. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low, crumbling in places, partially a low wall, crumbling in places, partially enclosed a small plot of graves.
Okay.
Are they marked? Beyond like what are they? You say graves, symbols of different gods, or are they just like a stick in the ground?
If you go across the street and check them out, you see that they're actually all blank. Give me a history check.
Okay.
You have no effing clue about anything about these fucking graves, man.
So it says, so the signpost said to the east was Barovia.
Yeah, it's where he came from. Give me a second. I'll copy and paste.
This is ridiculous. Where I come from, we wrote the names of the people on there.
Maybe they don't have names.
Yeah, strange times.
Or maybe these aren't graves at all, they're just props.
Props.
Yeah, like
Okay.
for a show or a play.
Or maybe this is a dishonored dead area. People executed for crimes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't mark those.
Barovia.
Yeah, you can go up there and you go and you go and mess with the rope, and it's pretty old and frayed. You don't think it'd be worth anything, like attempting to use it.
We could use it as kindling, maybe.
I mean, if you want to, you can take it. It's not a big deal. You just think, as using it as rope, it probably wouldn't be very successful.
I'll leave it.
If you want it, you can take it. It's about 3 feet of frayed rope.
Nah, it's cool.
So are we going to this Seer pool or are we going to Valaki? Because one goes northwest, one goes southwest. Wait, I don't understand. Oh, I see what it means. So it's saying that this way is going to Valaki.
Yeah, I don't think up is north on this.
But this way is going to Sarpools.
Oh, derp it is.
It seems like going to Sarpools is shorter way.
I'll just
Like it's a
look at
shortcut.
I'll just look at our guides because we technically don't know the lay of this land.
They would have a map. They for the duration. I mean, they would have handed you guys your own map. We'll say just to make it easier. And that's why you guys have mapped the fuck out of your map. Marked the map as you've marked this map.
I mean, yeah, this way looks shorter, but
Yeah.
we also go by the camp, and it's closer to the castle. But this way is also longer, and there's woods and danger and bad shit.
Yeah. I say we swing by the Vistani camp and see if they are friends or foes.
Sadly, I agree.
At least this way we will know in future if we run across more Vistani what to expect.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick. Well, we'll say 5 to 10 minute break. Bathroom. I gotta rig something up real quick. Well, nothing to worry about. Or maybe you do. It's up to you guys. But you can go, use the facilities. Maybe make a quick snack.
Are we on break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are there commando mice in my chat? Oh, okay.
They're commando because they're not wearing underwear.
Well, I mean, it's possible.
I don't see pants either.
Yeah, it's God, words. Mascot, that's what it is. It's a mascot thing. It's from Full Metal Panic.
Actually,
Mascot?
he's kind of like that. But I do have a Yoski or whatever, however the hell you pronounce the run of my game.
Yosoki.
Yeah, that guy.
I do have an actual picture that I'm going to use for it. That's more of a joke. This is the actual picture that I'm using.
I can live with that. Not that I don't like it. I saw that earlier. Look at Milo Hilo.
That's Ralph.
No. In my Sunday game, we just had someone join it who is a halfling sorcerer named Milo. Like, man, so close.
Yeah, I took his name right out of the player's handbook. Perrin, too.
I don't think I've taken any names out of the handbook for one of my characters. Tons of times for NPCs. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Half of your characters, the name's wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that would be hilarious if there was. Is it? Nope, never mind. It's right there. Mother effer.
I'm still looking for a picture for your Disc Enforcer dude, as well as the elf chick.
Yeah.
Kev, I'm reading about the planet that you're basing your game on.
Yeah,
Right now.
Verses.
Verses? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, I think
How you
that's how
pronounce
it's
it?
pronounced.
Yeah, I'm trying to put something together. There's a lot of information on it.
It's a cool city.
I like the idea of it. You think it'd be a wasteland. Like every planet you think of is either just this thriving metropolis or this absolute wasteland, and it's a bit of both.
Yeah. And it's actually quite awesome as well because there's like, I mean, I hadn't even read about this, but like I thought about it, and then there was like a narrative thread that I thought about following, and then I read about it and I saw that it was in the official canon. I was like, holy shit! But basically, before I read it, like I was thinking about how like one side is light and the other side is dark, and one side is like blazing hot summer, like desert, and the other side is glacial winter. And I was thinking, what if this is like some sort of weird like juxtaposition between like the Fae summer court and winter court? And then like I fucking actually read in the books that there are purportedly supposed to be some like mythical rumored portals to the Feywilds on both sides of the planet.
Yeah, it's cool setup, and like it's neat how was it Absalom Station? This is like one of the kind of the next most popular place, it appears.
I think everyone's here, but you. What about you, Jason? Are you here? Are you still taking your break? I will assume by his silence that he is still taking his break.
I mean,
Myself
we
and
can
my fate.
continue.
What was that?
I think he's here.
Jessel's out of the. There's a name out of the PHB also.
All right, let's go to the camp of the human torches. I mean, the Vistani.
Nah, man, ain't nothing wrong with us gypsies. Ain't nothing wrong. Nothing bad ever happened with no jippos before. Hope you like dags.
Wow, jippos.
Wow.
That's
That's incredibly racist.
It was. I was referring to, what was it, Snatch?
Oh, by the way, my favorite thing about the entire Starfinder thing, the last point on the Starfinder, is their entry on Halfling. It's the best. It's the best like article on Halflings that I've ever read.
I have to check it out. Some of the races I haven't spent much.
I gave you some
time
helpful underlines.
on.
Okay, let's see. Alright, so, alright. Are you ready, friend?
Yes, sir.
Dig it. Just wanted to make sure. So you guys start heading up to the camp. And the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. In the mud, in the path is made of the muddy path. It's got deep ruts in the mud, pretty much the size of the wheels of the wagon that you're on, maybe a little bit bigger. Canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 foot in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-top wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of its lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. You hear the sound of accordions and lutes and several voices singing. And as you get closer, you notice that there's a couple, like handful of people you can see around a fire. They're all singing along and dancing. Some of them, even from this distance, appear to be inebriated.
Look at the dirty gypsies. They're already got a shine on.
Are they dirty from the dust of the road?
Some of them,
The land.
but from it looks like they've probably been here at the site. Give me a, just give me a, fuck it. They've probably been here for a couple days. And as you get closer, they seem to they don't seem to stop their partying as you guys approach. They kind of like say, "Hey, they're here. Come on and party with us." And as you get off the cart or get out of the cart, some of them try to dance with you.
I don't be aggressive about it, but I kind of shove them away a little bit.
If you don't want to dance, they don't take offense to it. They'll just move on to someone else. If no one wants to dance, they'll go back to dancing and drinking by themselves.
I'll dance.
What skill do we roll for dance?
I think it'd be a straight dex check. Or performance, that'll work too. Yeah, I mean, you're killing it.
Whoever's dancing with somebody, I try to keep an eye on all of them, make sure nothing gets pickpocketed.
Are you dancing by yourself, or are you dancing with one of the people?
Dancing by yourself.
Flex.
If I had the chance, I'd ask a worm to dance.
I dance too.
Yeah, I mean,
Enos has his hand on his hilt as he's watching, and he's just observing the crowd.
yeah, I mean, there's no threat. They seem to be having a party, and they're just happy there's more people here. And if you're going to party, good.
At some point in her dancing, she's going to pull one of the standing aside and ask them what is the occasion.
When you say that, oh, the occasion, he kind of thinks for a second. The occasion is you guys are here. Yay! And he starts drinking.
I'm gonna roll insight. Are these people just like? Is this Burning Man? And we've come in like halfway through it.
Never show up last to an orgy.
Yeah, give me an insight. It's kind of weird. Like he says like the occasion is that you guys are here, but you kind of like you read that he's actually serious. Like they were expecting you.
Oh, were you expecting this?
They go, yeah, Madam Eva said you'd be here.
Ed and Eva? I look around to my companions to see if this is familiar name to any of them.
Hold on. Divine sense, you don't get any evil or you don't get any of that within 60 feet of you. And when you say Madam Eva, he points to the big tent near the shore.
Okay.
But stay. She can read your cards later. Stay and drink with us. And he starts trying dancing with you.
I mean, as long as it's not like obnoxious, like gravity dancing, I think.
I mean, he's not trying to cop a feel. He's just literally, he's a little bit drunk. Probably in like an hour or two, it might be a different story. But right now, he's just literally seems like he's having fun. But yeah, you don't detect any evil, or the undead or anything. Not your drug.
Like it was boiling for forever without popping off. It was weird. Anyway, so I motioned towards the others to kind of like, as she's doing the shuffle and hand gestures and movements. She motions for the others to kind of like take a look around, just to see if this place is like as easygoing as it seems, or is there like people hiding behind wagons with knives out.
You give me a perception.
I'll leverage my performance into more of like drawing attention from the others.
Yeah, you see Lex, she's dancing and she's talking to some random Vistani who's wearing like super bright shirt, like super yellow, like Big Bird yellow with red stripes. And they're kind of talking and she's like, oh, okay. And she kind of gets like a weird look on her face, but she's dancing and then like she starts like dancing, but during it, she's dancing away from the Vistani and like kind of motioning you guys over to her.
Yeah, when they approach us, say, these people say they were expecting us and that they were told that we were going to be here by some Madam Ava. Have any of you ever heard of this person?
I'm just gonna flat out say no.
Do I know what this person does or what they're about? Have they explained that?
They haven't, but Arena would say, "Oh, she's a fortune teller. I've heard of her. They say her fortunes are always right."
With that burp.
Yeah, sorry about
Enos,
that.
that's all right. Enos would say, fortune teller. Something more like heathen. Gods make up, guide us, and we make our own choices. There's no fate. Count me out.
Well, there's no. I agree with you, Sir Dwarf, but there is such a thing as not so much telling the fortune, but predicting the likely. Yeah. So if you see a guy walking a tightrope, you could say that, oh, he's about to fall. But you probably wouldn't say, oh, he's about to catch on fire and fly to the moon, because that's not something that can happen, right?
I have no
You see
idea
what I
what you
mean?
were talking about.
Never mind.
I just know my cousin went to see one of these, and he fell asleep, and he woke up with his pants unbuttoned.
Well, this is going on. Kiri and Memnon, what are you guys doing? Are you just...
Dancing.
Hey, Kiri was dancing. That's all right.
I didn't see anything other than that blonde in the corner. So when Lex said to all of that, he's going to get kind of suspicious and just start looking around again. Button.
When you're looking around, Memnon, like you see a couple of Vistani, they're sitting around the fire, they're kind of drinking, and they're not dancing, but they're calling you over, like, oh, come on over, sit down, have some wine with us.
You know what? Why not? I'll go over and I will act like I'm drinking, but I'll sleight of hand it to the side and dump it.
Throw it down your shirt.
No.
And when you're sitting down, they're kind of swapping stories, and one of them starts telling the story about a wizard that came there about a year ago, and he came to here. They were looking for people. He doesn't remember his name. He remembers that it sounded important. A couple of the group here went with him to go fight
Did he
the
have a
devil.
color?
What?
Wizards usually have colors, Lex interjects from 10 feet away. Did he have a color?
It was not Gandalf.
No, I mean, he had a large beard, but he didn't have he kind of thinks about it. He's like, no, I don't remember. I can't remember his name. And he kind of laughs and says, you've had too much wine already. He's like, shut up, let me finish telling my tale. And he's talking about how he rallied a whole bunch to fight the devil. And when the wizard and them, they went to go and overthrow the vampire. The army started to flee in terror, but the wizard and the devil started fighting right by the mountains, by the large lake to the north. And he said he saw it with his own eyes. They were throwing magic and forth back at each other that lit up the night sky. And I saw the wizard fall with my own two eyes into the lake. And well, I went down there to, and he kind of starts to say, to see if he was, I'm not going to lie, I went to go see if he had anything valuable, and I couldn't find him.
This lake, and she points to the lake that they're beside.
No, it's the bigger one to the northwest by Valaki. What the hell is it called? It's called Lake Zarovich.
Okay.
Oh, that is big.
That is big, yeah.
That's what she said.
Disadvantage on your next roll.
I had to. I couldn't let
Is
it pass.
Strahd named after the lake, or is the lake named after Strahd?
Seems to like to name everything after himself here.
Well, I mean, he's
I
kind
think
of the only person
Zarovich
who-
is the family name. So, I mean, he founded it. If you were to actually ask them that, they would answer, he even named the castle after his mother. But after they're done, they've swapped some stories. Maybe they've let you tell a few stories of what you've done in your youth. They would suggest, before You go. You have to have your fortune read by Madame Eva. She's expecting you.
Okay. I'll suggest to the others that we should at least humor these people. They seem friendly enough for now.
I've been really worried. I'll keep an eye out. I won't kill anybody yet, but I don't trust them. Anybody that can't settle down in one area and just goes around drinking, and I'm worried.
Hey, I'm sure dwarves imbibe their share of drinks, right?
Well,
mumble.
we don't drink to excess that much, partially because we have a real hard time getting drunk.
We don't drink to excess because that's impossible.
That's right.
I forgot I didn't have the music on.
Everybody should have a purpose in life. These people are just wandering around aimlessly.
Hey, you know what? They're powering the wine economy.
I don't know. How do you survive out here? You trust something like this? I mean, they look weak. They look as soft as a egg fresh out of a chicken's ass.
You see Lex give you a weird expression.
See, you know what I'm saying.
I don't think Lex has ever seen a chicken shit out of an egg. Hashtag noble life.
They only have one hole, you see. I guess he didn't say that out loud.
No. Yeah, so I would take whoever wants to go with me, and I'll go see this Madame Ava and see if she's legit or if she's full of shit.
All right, who's all going?
I will stand outside the tent or wagon or whatever she's using, but I won't go in.
And then I'll keep an eye on Kiri. She tends to get lost easy.
What's Kiri doing, and what's just I didn't see what Kiri said she was doing.
Wherever Memnon's going. So it's if Memnon comes and grabs her, then she'll go wherever he's going.
I'll go get my fortune read.
So as far as I can tell, Lex and Giselle are going in to get their fortune. Kiri's watching Memnon. Memnon's watching Kiri. Okay, so you guys are going inside, and Fireford is staying outside the tent.
That is correct. He's got his hand on his sword and he's stroking it nervously.
Okay. As you get closer to the tent, you see that inside of it there seems to be some sort of flames cast above with a reddish glow over the interior of the tent. You see a low table covered in black velvet cloth. You see glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into the depths. As you guys walk in, you hear her voice cackle like dry weeds. She starts to laugh and says, "Ah, ha ha! At last you have arrived." And as the four of you walk in, she's like, "Please have a seat."
So, do I feel like this
Anywhere to
is
sit?
something she's saying to us, addressing to us specifically, or does this seem like a gimmick that she runs? Like every single time someone comes, she's like, "Aha! You have arrived at last."
She seems to be referring to you specifically. And what were you saying, Giselle?
Is there actually anywhere to sit?
Yeah, there's in front of her little table. There's 5 chairs One seems to be a little higher up. Actually, two seem to be a little higher up than the other ones. Like there's, as if they're the person expected to sit there is a little bit shorter.
Oh, okay.
And as
I'll sit down.
everyone sits down. She looks at each one of you and goes, "Lex, so happy to see you. You're looking good. Barovia is treating you well, not as well as your libraries
I'm
or
sorry.
your fighting grounds where you learned your profession.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
You will." And then she looks over at Giselle, Silverpike, daughter of Silverpike. You're looking good considering you're far from home and out of your how the fuck would she say? Your parents. Out of no, do you like your parents?
They're okay.
Well, I'm glad to see you're out making your own name. And she looks at
and how would you have any idea how to get back to the world that I left? I do have some duties there that must be attended to.
She kind of laughs and says, "We'll see what the cards say." And she looks over at Kiri and goes, "Oh, daughter of Saloon. You're looking very well this day." And she looks over to Memnon and goes, "Oh, Memnon. I remember seeing you when you were very young. It's nice to see you've made your way back to Madame Eva."
At that, I'll just look at her quizzically, not having any memory of when I was younger.
She looks. Oh, when you look
Been here
quizzically.
before, Alice?
I don't know. I don't remember much when I was younger. Kiri found me.
Well, it was a very long time ago, was it not?
Kiri found me stumbling around in the woods, and I don't remember much before that.
She's like, "Oh no, your mother was Vistani and your father was a Dusk Elf. You were born here. I delivered you myself. I never forget a child I have delivered."
I mean, like I said before, the only thing I really remember is my village banished me because I was accused of stealing, but I don't remember where it was or anything. I was young.
Well, your mother, you were a mere babe when she took you from these lands.
Vistani stealing? No. Ha ha ha.
She is, but this is not why you are here. At least not yet. You are here to. She seems to be telling you completely the truth. She's looking at you like, yeah. She's not trying to impress or convince you of anything. She seems a little off, and even Lex, you would notice that as well. Like she seems kind of crazy, but with everything she's saying, it has an air of authenticity to it. Which is kind of unnerving because how is this crazy person doing this? But what do I know?
Okay.
She's like, you were here to have the cards read, correct? So that is what I've seen. That you are here to see me.
Well, to be honest, we weren't here specifically for you or the Vistani. We were simply passing through. But I'll admit you have piqued my interest. How would we get our cards read? Do we need to pay you something or gift you something?
No, this is where the cards told me to be, and this is what the cards told me to do.
Okay. Then who is first?
She would say that the fortune is for the entire group, even for old Fireforge out there who's too proud to come in. And
Do
she
I
would
hear
say
that?
that loud enough for you to hear her.
Well, I don't know if it's too proud to come in, but he may be too short to ride this ride.
Yeah, look. And then when you say that, she goes, "No, that's nonsense." And she points to the chair that she had out that's made for dwarfs.
It's a high stool.
Well, there's another one that's made for halflings that she put out for Kieran.
The difference is that the one for halfling has 3 legs, the one for the dwarf has 6 legs.
That's a fat joke. Hey-o.
I guess he would hear that, but he doesn't bother. He doesn't bother to enter.
Well, this is the second time I've done this, so. And the first time I was by myself with physical cards. It took me forever, so let's see how this goes.
So do we need to do anything?
Nope, just sit there.
Sit there and look pretty.
Can you see the? Oh, let's see. Can you see the cards on the side?
We can, but I don't think we can interact with them.
Yeah,
Does
Yeah,
Robin
we
have
can.
an
We
accident?
can. We can do it. How many cards are we drawing?
I got it.
cool.
Dictator.
You are supposed to see.
Oh, we weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's like I can't. I have to put them out on. Let's see something.
You could go to a different page yourself,
Oh, that's
do the
fantastic.
cards, and then bring us to that page.
Hold on. Yeah, see. It's like I could just do it with the cards I have, but I spent $10 to do this crap, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh, let's try this. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
And I honestly don't mind waiting. I mean, it's part of the theme.
Yeah, man. It's probably like a cool thing. I've never done this in game.
Again, I will get rid of these ones. Try this again. Shuffle, shuffle. I want to shuffle the deck. Deal me this many. Deal them to me. I can flip them once I get them on the board. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Let's see, you guys are over here at the Bastani camp. Bam. There we go. I'm assuming you can see them?
Yep. At least I can.
I can.
She flips over the first card. It is Druid.
Well, we have one of
perk
those.
up.
The 5 of...
Are those orbs?
5 of glyphs. And she goes, an evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there.
You'll have to copy and
Yeah,
paste
I'm
that.
going to. Once I do it all. And then she does the second card. The one of stars. Go to a place of dizzying heights, where the stone itself is alive.
These aren't really.
The 2 of glyphs. And she goes, I seek a garden dusted with snow, watched over by a scarecrow with a sackcloth grin. Look not to the garden, but to the guardian. So many cards. Hold on. One second.
Dizzying heights. What's the highest point around here in this land?
Hold on one second. Let's make sure it's the right one. Queen of clubs,
By
yeah.
the top of Strahd. Top of the castle, probably.
And then she says, find the leader of the feathered ones who live amongst the vines. Though old, he has one more fight in him. And the last one. I see a dark figure on a balcony looking down upon you in this tortured land with a twisted smile.
But what does it mean?
Everything is ominous.
It's almost like it's ominous and easy enough to be interpreted, not interpreted, that's not even a word.
All I gotta do is reach up to the shelf above me and pull down the Curse of Strahd book.
Yeah, That's how it always is, though. Alright, so Druid, I'm gonna put it in the thing.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Come on, yeah, that's not what I need. That's annoying. Hold on. Because the thing is, blah blah blah. The thing I'm using is not telling me the same exact thing she told you.
Well, that's obnoxious.
It is like in the thing. This is what it represents. I don't need to know what it represents. I need to know what to tell my players, which I guess is something I could be doing as well. But
You just tell them they're fucked.
you all gonna die.
You're in Ravenloft. You're gonna die. Welcome to the mist.
Don't go in the woods when there's mist.
Don't go into the woods when there's mist. No, ever. Now go into the woods to save your family. I'll put a plus bucket. This is not. Well, it's not going to be super helpful now, but I can throw it up there later. I have to write it out.
It should be fine. This is supposed to be foreshadowing anyways, I assume.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job of it, but
Nah, you're fine.
yeah. Yeah, she would tell you that that she wants to see the land freed of the devil, but I could not do anything besides read you the cards lest I put myself and my family in danger. I'm going to copy these so I have them for later.
Memnon will mutter, everyone always wants to be free, but never wants to work for it.
But she would tell you one thing, Memnon, that your uncle is outside if you care to speak to him.
Well, I'm not so sure if I believe you or not, but which one is it?
She would point at the drunk guy that was dancing with Lex earlier. That's your Uncle Laszlo. He is your mother's brother, in case you weren't aware. He does not know that you are his nephew, but that is up to you to tell him, if you want to.
I just fall into thought.
Yeah. But if the entire time, Arena and Ismark, they're out there with Fireforge.
So could you copy and paste the things?
I can't currently. I'm going to have to write them out because they're not. I can't copy and paste them from what they've given me. What I can do though is this. I'll copy and paste what they've given me, even though it's not what's in the book.
Okay. So we've got some sort of tree. It's an evil tree. Yeah, that's not helpful at all.
Nope.
So we got an evil tree. We've got Transmuter, who was something about. Does anyone remember?
No.
Give me a sec.
It was go to a place of dizzying heights. The missionary was something about a garden.
That was
The
the
druid.
Raven.
Yeah, the druid was the five of glyphs, and an evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there.
Hold on, go slower. Evil tree on a hill of grave where the ancient dead sleep.
The ravens can help you find it. Look for the treasure there.
The Raven one was something else. The missionary one was the garden.
Okay, what's the
Yeah.
transmuter then?
Yeah, transmuter is the one of
Transmuter is
stars.
dizzying heights.
Yeah, go to a place of dizzying heights where the stone itself is alive.
The garden one I remember said, look not to the Gorgon, but to the Guardian. Among other things.
And then,
There's
yeah,
something
the
else.
two glyphs missionary is I see a garden dusted with snow, watched over by a scarecrow with a sackcloth grin. Look not to the garden, but to the guardian.
Okay. And the Raven was something about vines.
Yeah, I'll wait till she's typing them out as fast as she can, so I'm giving her a second to get caught up.
Just to get the basic.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Slack set with a yeah, that'll work for now. The raven is find the leader of the feathered ones who live among the vines. Though old, he has one more fight left in him.
Sounds like an ally.
Read that one off one more time.
Find the leader of the feathered ones who live among the vines. Though old, he has one more fight left in him.
Alright, so I know. Okay,
And
so I know of what the transmuter speaks of, because that's easy enough to figure out.
the
So
last
go to a place of dizzying heights. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the highest point here in Barovia is the Castle Ravenloft, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And if you think about it, the point of dizzying heights is probably one of the turrets of Barovia. And where Livingstone comes to life is an allusion to gargoyles.
And the last one is Executioner Jack of Spades. And that is, I see a dark figure on a balcony looking down upon the tortured land with a twisted smile.
And that's just the
I
fact
mean,
that
I see him
Strahd's a
too. It's called
douche.
Strahd. Well, that's him right there, and I point up towards the balcony. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, and everyone turns around and Strahd's there at the Vistani camp. Hey, everybody, I'm here to kill you all. And then, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of them. Actually, if you want, I'm gonna get rid of them for now.
Okay. So leader of the feathered one.
Yeah, and then she'd cackle. She said, "I've done what the cards have required of me."
Wait. What was the inn in town called?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
What was the inn in the town called?
Blood on the Vine.
You see where I'm going with this? Was there any
Okay.
feathered ones in the place?
You don't remember seeing any feathered ones.
Is Ismark particularly feathery?
Give me a perception.
I walk outside and I start pulling up Ismark's shirt and like looking underneath his sleeve.
Yeah, give me a perception. First, you come out and he's confused why you're trying to pull his shirt out from underneath his armor, but he doesn't seem to have any feathers on him.
Huh, no feathers. I don't suppose you...
And when you say no feathers, he's just as confused. Like, wait, why are you looking at me for the feathers?
Well, Madam Ava said that we need to find some leader of feathered ones who lives among the vines. And the only vines I know of is blood on the vine. Yeah?
Yeah, he kind of gets confused. He goes, feathered ones. The lady, she's mad. I don't understand what she says. But I don't have feathers. I thought that was pretty obvious.
Just checking.
And then he points out one of the carts. There seems to be a guy. He's not super drunk, but he seems to have a couple things there that are for sale. But they all seem to be pretty common, like pretty just basic items.
Ooh! I just noticed something. I have in my inventory where is this Wizards of the Vine? Do you know Ismark?
1 second. I know it's somewhere.
I think we're looking for a wizard with a lot of pet familiars, birds. Probably some kooky man of like 20 dozen elves. Sorry, elves. Although he could also have 20 dozen elves as well. Actually, that's a lot of elves. 2 dozen. No, that's still a lot of elves.
I'm looking for it. Oh man, there's so many places. Can't memorize all of them. I'm not that smart.
Doesn't it have it marked on the map? Like GM layer?
It actually doesn't. It has different cities, like different areas, but he would say it's in Krezik. And that's where I believe Donovich suggested you go to the Temple of Saint Markovia, the Abbey of Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're on our way there partially anyway, so. We want to get to Valaki before nightfall, right? So we best get going. We can't spend too much time here.
Correct.
Yeah. So I turn towards our young friend Memnon, and I ask him if he wants to speak with his so-called uncle. But we are on a time frame here, so best make it quick.
Yeah, I understand. I think I'll speak to him briefly, maybe with the chance of coming back later. And then I'll head over.
All right, yeah, you go over there, and yeah, he seems probably he's not super drunk. He's having fun. He comes over and says, "Oh, are you here to dance like your friend?"
No, I'm actually here to talk.
Oh, very well. And he's like, and he kind of like he sits down on a like a weird little like foldable stool, and he kind of points to like a tree stump next to him. It's like, have a seat. Would you like some wine? What do you want to talk about?
Actually, out of character, I would have asked what my mother's name was because I
All
didn't create it and my character probably wouldn't remember
Yeah.
either.
Your mother's name is Vasha, Vasha.
Okay, so back in character, I would say the fortune teller told me that you were my uncle. Apparently my mother, named Vasha, whom I don't remember, gave birth to me here and quickly fled thereafter.
And he kind of looks at you for a second, and then he kind of says, "Well, the teller is always right." He's kind of confused for a second, probably just as confused as you were. But then he gets this big grin on his face, and he goes up and tried to hug you. Well, whatever. She wouldn't. She'd always said the truth. It's great to see you. I never met you when you were a child. Vasha left very soon after she had you, but I'm very happy you're back. He tries to give you a big hug.
I'm still kind of too stunned to the whole thing to resist. That'd be yes. I'm not here for long, though. I'm currently on a mission to go to the next town over. And it also seems my party wants to do something about this vampire that lords the area.
He gets kind of, like when you mentioned the vampire, he kind of gets like a droll face. He's like, well, I would not suggest messing with the vampire, but if you must take your friends and come back. It would be great to have you here with us. He's like, in fact, hold on. I have something of your mother's. And she left in a hurry, and he kind of pulls out, like, he kind of goes to his cart and he starts pulling stuff out, and he pulls out a little locket, and there's a, like, on the front of the locket there's a U, and inside of it is an actual It's a picture of you open it up and there's it's like a portrait of an older man and an older woman, and he's like, "These are your grandparents. This was hers. She left it in her."
I'll accept it and thank him. We must hurry. We have to make the next town before nightfall, but it was nice to meet you, and hopefully we can meet again.
And he's like, and when you're gonna leave, he kind of claps your hands. He looks very serious. He says, "Stay safe. The roads are not safe."
Neither are some of the houses here.
Yes, on that note, before we leave, just one question. You appear to be camped near the foot of Castle Ravenloft. How is it that the rest of the townsfolk are terrified, over in... Shit, what was that town called? Name called? Does anyone remember? Barovia.
Town of Barovia?
Yeah, the people in the town of Barovia are terrified. How is it you are not? How is it that you are in this poorly defended camp?
There's running
Drinking
water,
yourselves
isn't there?
It's only surrounded by water on one side.
He looks at you and he's like, Strahd does not. He says the devil. And he doesn't say Strahd. The devil. He tends to leave the Vistani alone.
Oh?
I don't know why, but we don't bother questioning it. And he takes a big gulp of wine.
The rest of you see Lex's eyes narrow a bit. Well, that is good for you. But yes,
like, exactly.
My friend here is right. We must get going if we are to make Velaki by nightfall.
Before we leave, I would stop by the cart to see if they have any arrows.
They do have arrows. They're for about 20 of them. It would run you about 4 gold.
How much would they give me for this box of cigars?
Oh man,
How much would they give you for a family special? Since apparently
How
you're
much
family.
are arrows?
You said the arrows are about 4 gold for 20.
Don't bother trying to sell them the soap. I don't think they use any.
They do smell like they don't stank, but they
Hey,
they're heavily perfumed.
Enos, you do realize that soap is a key ingredient in alchemist's fire, right?
Sure.
He looks at the cigars and then he's like, he would make it. You'd give you a straight trade for the cigars for the quiver of arrows.
Make it 2 quivers.
He kind of looks at you and goes, I will give you 1 for the box of cigars, for that is all I have.
How many cigars are in the box?
I have no clue. We'll say, fuck it, we'll say 12.
I will keep 4 cigars.
Then I will keep the arrows.
Grumble, grumble. Fine, give me the arrows.
He gives you the quiver, and the quiver seems like it's not a very well-made quiver, but it's functional. And the arrows seem. You notice that the majority of the fletchering, it's all raven feathers.
As long as they're functional, though, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, they seem like functional arrows. There's nothing fancy. It's just they're all black flighted.
Hey, I have a question for you, Enos. Actually, this question is probably answered better towards you, Carrie. Carrie.
Yeah?
I wave my hand in front of her face. What is the difference between Raven and Crow?
Kiri looks at you like you're stupid. She goes,
It's
ravens
just
are
size.
bigger than hawks. Crows are seen in groups. Ravens are in pairs.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering that, like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, they named it Ravenloft, but they actually misidentified the bird, and it's actually a crow. So it's actually supposed to be Crowloft, but it doesn't sound as cool, so they just stuck with it.
Memnon pats her on the top of the head and walks off.
I keep forgetting Memnon is a fucking elf. I keep thinking he's like a halfling. Alright, back to the cart. Let's get going.
And yeah, you guys get in the cart. Ismark and Ismark and his sister, they definitely agree. You guys get back in the cart.
Yeah!
Just double check what goes on in the. You're on a dirt road, basically going from the Star Pools to the bridge. You continue following it. You follow the river to the base of the canyon at the far end, which a great waterfall spills into the pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead.
Wow.
So that would be here.
Ah,
So you say this bridge is 1,000 foot in the air?
No, I'm sorry. The waterfall is.
Can I check the? I guess we're already across the bridge, right?
Well, no, you can do it before the bridge. It's no big deal.
I think last time it was. What the heck was it? Investigation or in?
Whichever one works better for you. No big deal for me.
I suck at investigation, so I'll do investigation. 16. I think you gave me advantage last time because being a dwarf.
Yeah, 16. It seems to be a lot like the other bridge.
All right.
And if you look actually at the markings before and after the bridge, there's definitely been carts that have gone over this bridge tons of times.
Got ya.
And as you progress, getting roughly probably around 2 or 3, you come across a set of gates that are open. They look a lot like the previous ones when you first got here that had the headless, like they had one of the statues that were headless there.
Do these also have statues?
They do, but both statues have their heads.
What direction are the statues facing, in or out?
They're facing you currently.
So, and what direction were the statues on the gate that we passed through earlier facing? In or out?
They are facing out as well.
Wait.
Actually, you know what? I lied. That's a mistake. The set you're at now, the statues are facing outwards, as in they they would be behind you when you pass through the gates.
Okay.
The gates are open up.
So that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Guarding outward forces coming in.
Okay, does that mean that we're leaving Strahd's territory? Sorry, we're leaving Broad's territory.
And then you can, like, the moment you went over the bridge and you sat looking at the waterfall, you could see Ravenloft in the distance. It's a massive tower that looks exactly like your party token.
I love how to Lix it was just a simple throwaway question, but now Carrie's obsessing over it. Like, what is the difference between crows and ravens?
I mean,
size.
yeah. Is it like a philosophical question, or is she asking physically? I mean,
Like, shit, I'm a crow. I should know this. What is the difference? Are they the same thing?
The ravens are a lot bigger.
If a crow casts enlarge on themselves, do they turn into a raven?
No.
they're just a super big crow. They're a dire crow. And as you guys continue along your way, making well enough speed, you you get about here. You didn't hear that burp because I released the button that time. The old Silvatra Road transitions here from a winding path through the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of the Great Mountain Lakes. Its water is dark and still, which this makes no sense. I'm sorry. No, yeah, here we go. A branch in the road leads to west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. Which would be that?
Okay.
If you want to, you can give me investigation checks as you're passing it.
Arena, what is that? I know it's a windmill, but yes. Who owns it, and are they friends? Or are they likely to stop us?
One second. She said it's they call it the what do they call it? It's an old wood mill. They call it the bone grinder. I don't know why. I think they make the pastries there.
I think it has to do with Chris Perkins.
Yeah, it's Perkins thing. Yeah, with that works. The onion, as you go past, you look a little close. The onion dome edifice leans forward and to one side, as though to try and turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see a gray brick wall that dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. The decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It's hopping and squawking at the cart.
Can they say something about birds?
Yeah, but it's among the vines, and I don't see any vines in that structure.
Actually, you're probably here. If you want to, yeah, there's a bird like squawking and hopping. You're far enough away that actually you're at the fork in the road. How far away is that? You're well enough. Yeah, you can see it. But it's up to you if you want to mess with it or if you just want to haul ass to Milwaukee.
I don't think we have any business here, do we? and we're not just like curious people who barge into people's houses and not, sup, what's this place? Give us loot. You got any arrows? 2 gold.
You speak for yourself.
How many? I asked the siblings how long it should take us to get to the town, and try to ascertain how much time we got left.
And by the time you get here, it's probably, you left there, it's probably around, what did I say it was before, around 2? Just, you probably, from there, it probably took you an hour to get here. Let's see, actually not even that long. It's probably about 3 miles since you left. Probably say 4 miles since you left the camp. Took you about, with the cart and everyone, took you about 45 minutes. She'd say you could probably make it to the town. Let's see, in about another hour.
Oh, that's not bad. So we should have plenty of time.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could check it out, or you can go back to the town. It's up to you guys.
Enos would be. He would be curious about that structure, but it doesn't seem to him like it would move what they're trying to do forward. So he would listen to what the rest of the group says.
Yeah, the brother is still Arena and Ismark would suggest to continue on.
Does it look abandoned, did you say?
It looks abandoned, but you see a small stream of smoke coming out of something in there. And it actually, no, that's about all you can tell.
Well, I would point that out to the group that it does look abandoned, but something's living in there.
Some kind of squatter.
Maybe it's the daughter. Oh, wait.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a good point. Shit, I did promise the lady that I would look for her. Or that if we do see her, that I would make sure she's okay.
Did you share all that with us, or did you?
Yeah,
do
I'm
it
not sure.
yourself? Okay, then yeah, I would suggest maybe it's the daughter.
Doesn't hurt to knock and just check up on whoever's in there.
Who knows? Maybe they have pastries.
Oh yeah, maybe they got a grain.
Actually, I do need something to feed Jimbo.
Wait. Wait, is bone grinder a euphemism for something? Is this like a local hookup spot?
Not to my knowledge. And he kind of looks at his sister like, this bitch better not know if it's a local hookup spot.
Because where I come from, grinder is an entirely different thing. No, never mind. It's actually an American thing. It doesn't actually exist here in New Zealand. I only know about it by reputation.
I think it's a sandwich, isn't it? A grinder?
For the non-dirty version.
There you go.
Never really heard about the dirty version, though. Not a term I've heard.
Shit, I broke my glass.
It's up to you guys if you want to go check it out or continue on.
Yeah, I'd suggest going to take a look, since we have time.
Ismark and Arena say they're going to stay out here and watch the cart.
Fair enough.
I'll go to the door.
Alright, 1 second. We'll do one of these. I'm sure they have a map for it. Hold
We're
on.
not doing XP, are we? We're doing milestones.
Milestone, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do we know when we're approaching the milestone?
You don't. You level when I say you level. I know.
Here we go, level 3, fighting Strahd.
So many maps. I know they had to have it. Alright, so we're going to do this. Put you guys here. And then I'm going to pull you guys over. Oh, bitch, hold on. Hey, that should help. Not really, but whatever.
I should show you that script.
Possible. I gotta reload this whole friggin' thing because it just effed up on me.
Rip.
Did I show you that script, Oren?
I think you mentioned it, but you never showed it to me. Just show it to me later. See, you come outside the windmill, which the windmill itself actually isn't spinning. But you do see the Raven soul. He's like on top of the door frame. He's squawking at you.
Hello, friend.
And just there's a bird, like when you try talking to it, it does like a little bird hop, like 1, 2, 3 to the left, looks at you and just "Wah!" Which is apparently how I make Raven noises.
I hold out a hand to Memnon as if like to ward him, and I'll just say, I don't think that's necessary.
I almost got
it's just
killed
the
by a
Raven.
broom.
Well, it's the things that you expect not to attack you, and things that you expect to attack you, not to attack you, right?
No, I expected that bone pile to get up and attack us, and it did too.
I see your point.
It's just sitting there. It's not like trying to go near you. It's just squawking.
Besides,
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Well, I'm sure you'd rather have pastries than Raven, right?
Give me
Plus,
a
don't you have a
perception.
limited supply of those arrows?
Well, as long as I hit it and I can retrieve it.
I'm gonna walk the perimeter of the windmill, just like circle.
Give me a perception check, everyone. Jerry, you can smell coming from inside this thing. There's something cooking, and it smells real good.
Memnon smells it real good.
Do I smell what the rock is cooking?
Let's see. Oh yeah, Memnon, it smells fantastic. Enos can smell it. Actually, pretty much everyone this close can smell it, unless like you roll like a nat one. Then you'd be like, all you could smell would be like raven feathers for some reason.
Your awful breath blowing back into your face.
Yeah, it's Fire Forge's stank breath.
Okay.
You know.
So, if we approach the door, does the raven do anything spectacular?
It's just, you know what? Give me an insight. What to see if this raven's trying to tell you?
What's that, Lassie?
Yeah, Timmy sucking the well. You get like this like weird suspicion that this raven's trying to warn you of something.
Hey, the raven seems agitated about something.
It's a bird. Aren't they always agitated about something?
Yeah, Carrie, can you speak with this raven and see what it wants? Apart from, a shiny penny. Wait, is that a crow or is that a raven?
It looks like the pictures of a raven, but
It's whatever Rum says it is.
it's of the Corvid family. They're of the same family, so. Is it trying to stop us?
No, it's not trying to stop you. It's just squawking at you. It's like, don't go in. That's what Lex thinks this thing's trying to tell it.
It's basically the robot from Lost in Space.
Yeah, danger, danger. But it squawks at Lex one more time,
I won't go in.
and then it flies off to. What was that?
I said I won't go in. I'll go off to the side.
Okay. But once it kind of stops yelling at you, it flies off to the northwest.
Okay. Well, it doesn't want us to go. Does that mean we're morally obliged to go in? Do we think the raven is trying to tell us to fuck off, or is it trying to say, don't go and there's serial killers inside?
With a 12 ball, you could really tell it was trying to tell you not to go in. You don't know why.
Get it? You get it? It's a mill?
Fireforger, when have you ever let any bird tell you what the fuck you do?
Do you get it? It's a mill. It mills grains, therefore it's a serial killer.
Ooh.
Memnon pats you on the head and walks off.
Yeah, Enos would look at his companions, and do we hear anything beyond the crow? Is there crying? Is there talking? Is there anything else?
From here, all you can really tell is that there is it's some really good smells coming from in there. That's all you can tell.
Smell like human.
It smells like pastries.
Ah, okay.
Memnon's gonna throw a rock at the door.
All right, just give me a straight dex to see how hard you chuck it. It's kind of hard to miss it, but yeah, you just hit the door, and nothing seems to happen.
All right, Fireforge, you're the expert at opening doors.
I am.
Oh no, wait, sorry, that was just say. Just say no. Wait, I'm the expert at opening doors. Here you go. I shall walk up to the door grandly. I'll pull out my breaching tools, and then I'll consider it a moment, and then I'll knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and nothing seems to happen.
I will try and open the door.
All right. I'm gonna do this.
Anyone home?
There was a wisp of smoke, right?
Yeah.
Someone's home.
Yeah. Hold on. As you walk in, let me tell you. Let's see. As you guys walk into the windmill, you notice that the ground floor is converted into a makeshift kitchen. Baskets of old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition, you hear the clucking of chickens and you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blends horridly with a stench that burns your nostrils. An awful odor comes from out of an open, upright barrel in the center of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends to the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles are coming from somewhere higher up in the window.
Okay. I will cease my calls of greetings at the sound of shrieking and cackling, and I'll carefully tiptoe inside and have a look around, see what's emanating that foul odor from that barrel.
Alright, man, hold on. Something in my eye.
Is this smoke?
No, it is not. I don't even know what. It's probably eyelash. You look in the barrel, and there seems to be some sort of, like some sort of liquid that just stinks. It's some sort of greenish black liquid.
Is there like some sort of stirring implement nearby, or a stick, or a tong, or something?
There seems to be something like that by the oven.
Okay, I'll go pick it up, and I'll dip it in the liquid, and then just like basically bring some up and see its consistency. Like, what the fuck is this thing?
Give me fuck it. Give me an investigation or perception, one of the two. Actually, you know what? Hold on, don't do that. Give me a fuck it, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana 18.
You think it's some sort of demon ichor. It stinks awful.
Yeah, you guys see her take the ladle, whatever, and like she just like discards it on the ground, and you see her draw her short sword. And she turns towards Enos and says, "Something foul is going on here."
And yeah, as you guys walk around and you're walking around, you notice that on the floor, small human bones litter the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, short sword is definitely going on the end of the pike.
Yeah, my greatsword's coming out.
Let's silence this shrieking upstairs. And burn this place to the ground.
We're sent here by whore's hand. I'll start walking up the steps a bit, creeping along.
1 second.
4.
Hold on 1 second. I need to do things because I got so many things to do. Okay. Are you sneaking up to the second floor as well? Who's all doing what? Like, Lex goes in and checks stuff out, and there's some sort of weird goop, and it sets her off. Fireforge starts heading upstairs with his sword out. What's everyone else doing?
Well, I was heading to that chest, but everybody's going up, so
Well,
I
you would have
saw.
had time to, like, before everyone did that. Did you want to look in the chest?
Yeah, check it for traps, see if it's locked, the usual.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm also gauging that door and seeing if that wagon or whatever can fit through.
It's actually when you look at the thing, the chest. You when you go to look into it and see if there's traps or whatnot, you hear croaking coming from inside.
Guys, it sounds like there's frogs in here, but it might not be frogs. And then I'm going to kind of stand back and open it.
The moment you open it, you see like 100 friggin' frogs in there, and about between 12 and 15 jump out and just start running around the floor. And when you're looking at the frogs, that's when you notice that Lex and Enos are heading upstairs.
Guys, I think this might be a witch, and I think these are children. Close the door.
The outside door.
Yes, we don't want the children to run away if they are children.
Yeah, I'm like halfway up the steps.
You there, Giselle? What are you doing? Giselle is sleepy. What are you doing, Carrie?
I'm staying outside the door.
Okay. The silver pike is just in the door. So you're going upstairs first, Fireforge?
Yes, sir. I kind of look behind me, and I see some of the other members of the group are behind me. So I am going to continue up. Whoa!
Yeah, I'll pull you up first, and you see what appears to be an old woman, and she is ugly. Hold on.
That's not ugly. I like her haircut. I like her chicken wing arm.
Anyone else disturbed by that pretty much dagger in her hair?
And actually, I don't think you saw it. Someone saw her before when you first left.
It was Memnon.
Memnon would have seen it, but he's downstairs still. You see an old woman, and she seems to be doing something. Let me pull up the thing. I will tell you exactly what she was doing. A haggard, heavy-set old woman with a face as wrinkled as a boiled apple sweeps the floor, pushing around a few old bones and stirring up a cloud of white dust with a broom. She wears a blood-stained, flour-caked apron. A long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled-up mound of gray hair. A dirt-caked window allows very little light to enter the 8-foot-high chamber, most which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a grinding gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. A stone staircase continues up towards the sound of louder cackling.
Or in the witch.
Is this staircase?
Oh, there's more cackling?
Yeah, like the staircase you're on, it continues up to another floor.
So what's the center? Is this the staircase winding around with a big open space all the way to the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Or in the witch.
And yeah, she, when you go up, and we'll say you get about here, and Lex is right behind you. She notices you and goes, "Oh, Hi, dearie. I didn't see you. Are you here for pastries?
I'm here to inquire about all those bones down there.
What was the child's name again? Gertha?
Gertruda.
Gertruda.
Gertruda. We're looking for somebody. What are you making?
Oh, we're just making the pastries, dearie.
Do you mind if I cut one of those open?
Well, if you can if you buy it. They're gold each, and they're in the oven downstairs. They're almost done. They're quite delicious. I use the finest ingredients.
What do you got over here? And Fireforge works his way around the outside of the room here.
I say you're okay. She just seems to be sweeping up the floor. That thing there is stairs to the next level.
Yeah, what is that center part? It's like is that a closed off area?
This thing here, you think it's I'm pretty sure that's the grindstone.
Oh, that's the mechanism for the grindstone. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I see the wheel there, and there's probably like a thing that goes up to the windmill. There's a series of gears, and it grinds.
You notice like it's definitely the millstone, yeah, and it's currently spinning, even though you noticed outside that the windmill part itself was broken and wasn't spinning.
So why are there so many frogs downstairs?
Oh, well, we like to collect them. We have our uses. You for an 11, you can't tell. You just know they're small. And none.
You said they were human bones, right?
I said they're small. Yeah, it did say small human bones. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, if I'm not supposed to know that,
Yeah, that's fine. I said it, and I was just with an 11. I don't think that'd be enough to They're just like long bones. It could come from an elk or something. You don't know.
Well, that was enough for Enos to take this,
which is reasonable.
Enos is gonna sheathe his sword, and he is going to say to her, "Which your days of cannibalism are over," and he's going to try to grapple her.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, this is what we're gonna do. Go ahead and give me an athletics.
Okay.
Could I say I held my action to assist them?
That's fine.
Athletics.
Athletics. At 21, she's gonna shriek and try to get out of your grasp. Let's see. She rolled an 8, so she is in your hands. You've grappled her.
Loving embrace. You're embracing
and
a lovely hag.
She's gonna scream out, "Daughters!" She's gonna screech it. I can't screech it because I tried to screech with the other guy and it hurt. She's gonna scream out for her daughters. She'll yell out, "Bella, Offla, save me!" And I need everyone who's here to do that thing, which is initiative.
That's a terrible name.
You might say it's an awful name. Oh, bow, 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 bow.
Now,
Wow.
there's an initiative roll.
That is fantastic. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's the issue. Not under NPCs, they're under monsters. Where'd you find them? Oh, there they are.
Rum, I know you're getting stuff ready. Is this millstone working?
The moment
Is it
she
moving?
screeched, it stopped spinning.
Ah, okay.
All right, hold on. So they're gonna roll me.
I say we put her out a window.
Are these wide enough to push someone through, medium creature?
I say we slip a noose around her neck and push her out a window.
Tie it to the grindstone, and as it moves, she gets wound up further and further and closer to the grinding stone.
Why can I not find their cards? Let me just double check one thing real effing quick. I gotta roll for Silver Pike. He's probably asleep.
You just need to get a really loud air horn sound effect and then tell us to mute ourselves. Or mute the chat before you play it.
No, okay, we'll just do that because that makes sense. We'll just use the same sheet because why not? And they're gonna roll initiative. Got it. He's Mondays are not his best. He's up super late. He's been up probably since 5 a.m. And it's almost midnight. No big deal.
What does he do?
I think he works all day, and then at the end of the night, he teaches.
He has two different jobs. He works for I believe, the local government where he lives, and then he goes and teaches. Doesn't do that all year, but right now until August, he's doing that.
All right.
Holy shit, that's rough.
Yep, that's why I don't give him shit. I mean, he's doing what he's got to do. Memnon, it's your turn. You're downstairs. You've seen all these frogs, and then you saw Enos and Lex go upstairs, and then about 30 seconds later, you heard a screech of someone screaming for help.
There are rapists in the mill.
They're rapists. They're murderers.
Well, Memnon heard stories as a child about witches and frogs, so he's going to go ahead and just open up the chest in case they are kids and the spell breaks. They don't get squished. He's going to call for Kiri, and then he's going to head upstairs. So that's 15 feet to the foot of the stairs.
Do we want to possibly call it here since this combat, I'm not sure how long it's going to last?
Yeah, you know what? That'll work. We'll call it here. Well, because it's gonna be something.
Because I kind of want the meat shield to be here for this fight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll just undo my turn then. I'm back to where I started.
All right, it works. And yeah, I'll just keep this up because it's gonna get something.
You guys want to go see the API?
What?
I think I showed some of you guys the shit that I'm running, right? The API scripts.
I'll check them out a bit.
I don't know really anything about computers, so I'd be speaking a foreign language, which technically it is.